Hello, and welcome to Drinks with Daryl. Cheers. Um, Thank you for being here. First off, I really appreciate you clicking on the video. I really do. Don't know if this is getting out to anybody, but hey, it gets some stuff off my chest. Our conversation this evening, first off, let me say this is entertainment purposes only. Okay, just try not to get sued. And also, I apologize. I am a smoker. I got to think about it. I'm like, off my last video, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't smoke and everything. And I'm like, and no, unfortunately, I'm still that moron that's still smoking. And I'm like, well, did Joe Rogan get by with smoking pot on his podcast? However, I'm not Joe Rogan. We'll see what happens. I can surely smoke a cigarette. Not condoning it. Do not stow it. Never start. Please. For the love of God. And if you are, please be like me and try to quit. However, back to topic at hand. What I want to talk to you all about today is actually what's happened to me recently and also been going on around the world and around the U.S. especially. And it has to do with these floods, these mass floods, and the mass of loss of life. I don't know how much attention y'all been paying to it, but I personally do not like it. I don't like it at all. And I've got a theory I'm going to throw out there to you. So, like, my theory is, well, let me backtrack. All right, let's go back to, I think it was 2004. 2004, my area where I live and everything, and fall back, I apologize about my hair. It's very hot and humid here, and as y'all can see, I'm naturally curly, and I can't get it to do anything. So, for all my curly head people out there, I know you understand exactly where I'm coming from. However, that out of the way, once again, I do apologize. So 2004, we had a flood here. It took out a culvert pipe and wiped it completely out. We barely made it out of the area because my lane lays in low-lying ground, and my house is fine, but my lane is not. It's a bad area. So we got out and everything and was able to get back in after the waters receded and repaired the culvert, and life went on, right? So this time was different. And when I say it was different is because I'm assuming it's what they're calling a flash flood. I think we got, like, I've heard rumors 7 to 9 inches of rain within an hour. There's some other gentleman that one of my neighbors told me, we got 5.5 inches in 20 minutes. And that's absolutely insane. But nevertheless, it happened. We survived. Through God's good graces, I'm very grateful. Now, what I want to go through with you all is that I'm not following that all of this is just the norm. And the reason I say that is because I've done a little bit of research on the past floods from last year and also what's going on this year. Now, having said that, I'll just go through with you as far as this year's events, just from January through July. And forgive me, I do write stuff down. I'm old, and I will be putting my readers on, so I hope I don't offend anybody with that. I'm not that technologically savvy. So, just so everybody's on the same page with me. Yes, I have my grandpa readers on. February 13th through the 16th, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Virginia, 18 deaths from flooding. April 27th, April 2nd through the 27th, Southern Midwest, flash floods, tornadoes, 15 flood-related deaths. May 13th through the 18th, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and D.C., 1 death. June 12th, San Antonio, 13 deaths. July 8th, and forgive me for butchering this name, I do apologize out the gate, but Ruidoso, New Mexico, 3 deaths. July 4th through the 7th, and July 12th through the 13th, Central Texas. And, you know, I apologize. None of these deaths, there's no death that I'm celebrating, but this one hits hard. 145. 145. So keep in mind, I've given you totals of first one being 18, the second one being 15, the third one being 1, the fourth one being 13, the fifth one being 3, and the sixth being 145. Alright, now we're already into 6 floods, at least. 6 or 7, I'm sorry. Do you want to know what last year's total was? Last year's total was 4 major floods, 18 deaths. Now, I obviously Google searched that, and maybe I got a wrong website. I don't know. However, yeah, something's not right there. So, also, I'd like to bring into the fact that, like, meteorologists, when I was younger and back in my younger years, honestly, the going joke was, you know, how do you do your job only 50% right and still keep a job? Become a meteorologist, right? That was a joke then. They are not keeping up to even 50% standards anymore, I don't believe. I've not done the stats on it, but yeah, it just seems so wrong so many times, over and over again. And you know, I work construction. I'm constantly looking at the weather. I'm constantly trying to decide whether we should go, whether we shouldn't go. That decision is becoming harder and harder and harder every day. It is insane. So I really do believe that this has a whole lot to do with cloud seeding. I don't see, and I don't blame the meteorologist. If there is any meteorologist listening to me right now, I'm not bashing you. I'm not trying to beat up on you, but I am giving you a way out on this, because I really think that you all should start screaming about this cloud seeding as well, because it's not giving you a good look. It truly isn't. And it's not fair to you. Like, you know, you can't here I'm supposed to predict something. I'm supposed to watch these radar maps and everything. And then you're going to go up there with a damn airplane and sprinkle some iodide in it. Some silver iodide. And I'm probably butchering that name as well, but silver iodide in it, and make it a downpour and or snow. From my understanding, they can do both. Maybe wrong. And then expect you to be able to predict that. Yeah. Hats off to my meteorologist. No offense. Not trying to burn any bridges there. However, that's, and there's three ways to do this. So, like, one, you can deliver this into the cloud system through a plane. And or I just found out the other day that you can also just burn it on the ground. And I don't know if you need to be at higher elevations. I would assume so, that you need to be at higher landmass elevations or whatever, where you're maybe closer to cloud level or something. And you can burn this stuff on the ground and let the wind take it, right? And or you just, I'm jokingly saying this, but you can shoot bottle rockets of it. You can take a rocket and shoot a rocket up into a cloud, make it explode. And it's silver iodide, and they've already confessed, admitted to, told us that they are doing this. And my biggest question is okay, you bastards can do this. You've done told us you can do this. Why didn't you do this for California whenever they was burning down? You want to do as there's another podcaster, I can't remember the gentleman's name. He says, give him the HBO special, and he's 100% right. Help a brother out. Our place is burning down to the ground. Burning. And you don't want a cloud seed there? Fuck is wrong with you, Newsom? God, don't get me started on that one. I do apologize, because I would love to visit California, but I really don't think I want any part of it in the shape or form that it's in right now. God may find other avenues to venture to. However, that's about all I got. I think the loss of life is sad. It's a shame. My heart goes out to all the families, and my prayers are with them. And like I said, what I dealt with here, honestly, was nothing compared to what these other places have had. I'm not even trying to put it on the same level. It just, like I said, it just seems there's a lot of fishy stuff going on around here, folks. And I don't know how many people's paying attention. And honestly, I don't know what to do about it. If anybody's got an idea, answer, something that they want to, direct me to, I am wide open. I would love to hear back from you. I need your input. I will try to answer any comments and everything. Other than that, I will let you all be. And a big shout out to Miss SR. She is my everything. Thank you so much for making this possible. Y'all take care. Godspeed. And have a good evening.